Hey pillars, and welcome back to another cycling video. Today I will be doing a quick preview of the Gravel World Championships 2024. Now, I haven't covered gravel in a while, but I'm super interested to see how this gravel race unfolds. So now I want to take a look at the course profile and give you guys a deep dive of what to expect for tomorrow's race, because I think there's a lot of key characteristics that will really impact how tomorrow is raced. So let's take a look at that right now. So for the 2024 World Championships, it's happening outside of Brussels in Belgium. So it's starting in a place, and I will butcher these names, in Halle or Hull, and then finishing in Leuven, and then they're doing circuits around Leuven. And in terms of how this race has been described, it's been described as basically kind of like a mix of everything gravel-ish that Belgium really has to offer. We have bike paths, there's country lanes, a very tight course. The men's race is 182 kilometers long, and that's going to be happening tomorrow. And it's, like I said, it's starting in Halle, Belgium. And the men's race includes an 8-kilometer opening lap, followed by a point-to-point course to Leuven, ending in with a 30-kilometer loop around to finish the World Championships. Now, the course description, the best way I could describe it looking at the video on screen, we have the course includes bike paths, canal paths, muddy roads, farm roads, cobble streets, urban roads. The terrain for this World Championships is what you basically expect a Belgium gravel race to be, with small and narrow roads mixed with fields, urban areas, and forest trails. So like I said, there's a mix of everything, and this is quite different than what you would see in North America when you think of, Unbound. It's not the same where you think of big open roads, 90-degree turns. This is very Belgium. If you know road racing for Belgium, it's all like tight and you're just fighting for position. So I think this race, to watch it, is going to be quite interesting to see it live. When I really take a look at the course profile, it kind of gives me cyclocross vibes, but obviously it's not, because it's not 1 hour long. It's 182 kilometers. So it's going to be super interesting to see tactics in terms of how aggressive riders are for positioning, because of how tight the roads are and just the course profile. And the interesting part of this race is at the very beginning, it is going to be tight because of just the width of the road. So it's going to be interesting to see, do tactics play a role right at the start of the race? Or is it something where, for nutrition, through burning matches, is it something that's going to play a role later? But it'd be really interesting to see how aggressive the riders are from the very beginning, to see if poor positioning, plays a role for how the race will unfold in terms of attacks and who actually ends up winning, or if a breakaway takes place. Now, in terms of the racing conditions for the weather, supposedly we could have a pretty muddy condition race, but it doesn't look like it from current. When I'm recording this, it doesn't look like it will be crazy weather conditions for Sunday. But if there is rain, it will be pure carnage, just because of just the cobbles, the mud, just how the rain could impact a gravel race. It is a lot, let's just say, a lot more dynamic for the riders. And I think this race, from a dynamic and viewership standpoint, it's going to be very entertaining, just because of how dynamic the course profile changes. They did a very good job, from the looks of it, of just designing a course that really showcases what Belgium has to offer for their gravel roads and terrain. So I'm super excited. Now, jumping into my picks for the Gravel World 2024, there's a couple riders, a lot of big hitters actually, that are coming to this race. So I'm super interested to see who's actually going to take it. But here are my predictions based on the top hitters that we have. So we have Mathieu, the Cyborg van der Poel. I love saying that. Now, just to give some context, if you don't know who he is, he races for the Netherlands. He just got third at the UCI Road World Championships. He won it last year, so he is a former Road World Championship winner. And he's won cyclocross in 2015, 2019, 2020, and 2021. So when it comes to cyclocross, gravel stuff, those skills will just transition very good for the World Championships. I'm pretty sure in 2021 or I think it's 2022, he did get second place or third place in Gravel Worlds. And Matej Mohoric actually won last year from Slovenia, so we will touch upon him. But in terms of Mathieu van der Poel, he is the biggest hitter coming off of the Road World Championships. I think he can get it done. If he can get the Gravel World Championships this year, I think that'd be a good consolation prize for not winning roads, if he can win the gravel one. But we will see. I think with having him, is just going to be a very dynamic race. And because there's not a lot of big hitters, I think he can get it done in terms of just muscling his way through the whole pack, taking control of the front of the peloton, and just making sure that he's in those moves. If moves start to get broken up, if the group tries to break away, he will cover those moves, and he most likely will be in the winning move. I can guarantee that. We have Matej Mohoric, which is the 2023 World Championship. He didn't have that good of success in terms of racing. He did unbound, but then he flatted. So in terms of what he can do, it's going to be interesting to see what he can kind of like shake up for this Gravel World Championships. I don't have that much high hopes. Yet again, I think Matthew Van Der Poel is the one that's going to dictate this race, kind of like how Tadej Pogačar did for the Road World Championships. I think Matthew is going to be the one that basically dictates the whole pace for this race. But yet again, I could be wrong. Depends on, like I said, the start of the race and how that unfolds. Does he miss a move? Does he have to bridge up? I don't know exactly how it will play out. Now, another name to look out for tomorrow is Elie Iserbyt. I probably butchered that, from Belgium. He is a former U23 World Cyclocross World Champion, and he also has won the most recent World Cup, if I'm not mistaken. So when it comes to, he's he's been on the cyclocross scene for years. When I used to follow Tom Pidcock and his cyclocross competitions back in the day, he's always up there. So it's going to be super, super dynamic in terms of this race. We also have Greg Van Avermaet, former Paris-Roubaix, Tour de Flanders champion and Olympic champion. So the race is very dynamic. There isn't a huge list of hitters. So it's kind of like 5 to 10 riders that are basically going to dictate how this race unfolds, in my opinion. And I just want to see Mathieu van der Poel really take the win for tomorrow. And if we actually, I'm going to look it up right now on screen. Now, here's the super interesting thing. I don't know if this is 100% confirmed, so we will find out tomorrow when the rainbow bands get put on the rider. But I think they actually have changed the World Championship jersey, and we have this as the Gravel World Championship jersey. I don't know if it's just for the event, but it seems like they put cobbles, or like this is supposed to represent gravel roads, and this is the new rainbow jersey for gravel. And you can see the specs that they put into the neckline and armbands and on the actual jersey itself to represent gravel and mud and dirt. So if this actually is the new gravel jersey that the next World Championship will wear, I think the UCI did a pretty cool, interesting job. I don't know if this is 100% confirmed, but it would be interesting because they have a lot of swag. I just don't know if this is just for this World Championships, like that's kind of like their design, or if this is the new rainbow bands. But we'll see. Matej Mohoric just had the simple, normal rainbow bands, but I think this would be a cool distinction from road to gravel. So that about wraps it up. I think it's going to be a Mathieu van der Poel type day tomorrow. Anything can happen in gravel racing. It's a long day, so I don't know 100%, but I'm super excited. I hope you guys have a little bit more information going into the World Championships for 2024 gravel. And I'm going to watch it and give you guys an analysis of how the races won and the whole breakdown. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below who you think is going to win tomorrow. And until the next one, keep on pedaling.